If you thought yesterday's pushback against Netflix was bad, it was. But about 10 minutes ago, things just got so much worse. They have lost hundreds of millions of dollars in the marketplace as their stock is tanking. But a new report came out that says they are bragging about openly discriminating against white people. This should be the final death knell for Netflix. Let's look at this. Thank you, everyone, by the way, who has checked out my coffee store, Coffee Brand Coffee. We roast our own stuff, fresh on demand. I think we have the freshest coffee available on Amazon, and it's all free next day shipping. Our full selection of fall roasts are in stock. Our blackberry cream is delicious. Blueberry cobbler. Plus, we have a double caffeinated and our dark roast, everything in K-Cup, whole bean, and ground. Please do use the link in the description to pick some up, support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. 100% money back guarantee. I know you're going to love it. Oh, and our tangerine K-Cups are $5 right now. So pick those up while we still have them. Here's Netflix. Elon, 1 hour ago, canceled Netflix. Holy ish. Netflix appears to openly boast about discriminating against white people. In their inclusion and diversity report, they celebrate that the percentage of racially underrepresented directors and lead characters have been growing significantly over the past few years. Why doesn't Netflix hire based on qualifications instead of skin color? Now stick with me, because we have another show that was just exposed as pushing trans ideology and a whole bunch of other stuff. Look, you don't need to watch anything on Netflix. By the way, when you're canceling, make sure you put the reason as like pushing trans ideology or anti-white ideology, because they need to know why. Yesterday already, the stock plummeted from the boycott, but I guess today, I'm assuming today is going to get much, much worse. You see this report. In 2023, the 63 series creators of Netflix programs, 73% were white and 27% were from underrepresented racial ethnic group. That's actually about a fair cross-representation of America. You know, it's about 60 to 70% white. I mean, this is not really, I don't think, something that, you know, that you would need to fix. However, compared to 2022, where 16.8%, and 2018, Netflix features significantly more underrepresented creators in 2023. And you see here, percentage of underrepresented series creators, they're just giving people series based on their skin color. They're not giving people series based on whether or not the show is good, which would give you a very solid reason, a very solid explanation as to why most of what's on Netflix is garbage. You can see measures, creators, writers, producers, right? This is percentage of, quote, underrepresented personnel above the line in a series year. 27% in 2023. Creators. 35% writers. How can you have 35% of your writers are black when they represent 13% of the population? Now, this probably includes LGBTQ maybe, or I don't know exactly, but 35. So basically the majority of people in the positions of, you know, at this company are minorities. And it's not because they've earned the job, because if they've earned the job, who could care? I don't care. It's because they were forced into these jobs. You see this, you know, Netflix percentage series with an underrepresented lead or co-lead. It was already 20%. When, you know, your nominal number here is 20, I guess. Then it jumped to 43% in 2020 or 2019, 47%. Now look at this, 71.5% in 2023 had a minority lead. That's crazy. That's not a minority. That means 3/4 of the shows you watch on Netflix has a minority lead character. I mean, that's why it's like I watch Netflix. Like, why is every Netflix show like a black guy or an interracial couple. Well, it was a very specific example, but things continue to get worse. In fact, here we have Netflix Babysitters Club pushing transgenderism on kids and shames characters for misgendering and demands hospital staff refer to and treat a boy as a girl. This is like the one place where your gender actually really should matter. I'm not sure that a man can have uterine cancer. I'm not sure that a woman is going to worry about testicular cancer. But here's the clip. Oh, it's very quiet.
Del Vecchio. Is 32 Burn Hill Road still the current address? Yeah. Have you been giving him fluids? If he's dehydrated, we'll need to place an IV. Have him change into this.
It's very...
Well...
I hear Solo's not feeling well. Let's take a look at the little man.
He is a man, very obviously.
Can I please talk to you two outside?
See, this is the perfect example of, like, Netflix has a teenager telling a doctor and a nurse how they should be treating somebody. Like, if that isn't the absolute perfect microcosm of, our nonsense society, I don't know what is. It's the perfect example.
I know that you guys are busy, but as you would see, if you looked at her and not her chart, Bailey is not a boy.
Yes, he is.
And by treating her like one, you are completely ignoring who she is. You're making her feel insignificant and humiliated. And that's not going to help her feel good or safe or calm. So, from here on out, please recognize her for who she is.
He
and
is.
If at all possible, could you find me a non-blue hospital gown?
I love how the doctors are like, any real doctor would be like, why don't you sit down, little girl? Why don't you sit down, little girl, and let us treat? There is a whole host of diseases and medical conditions that are gender specific. And if you're going to tell doctors, what if he's having, an infection in his testicles? Is she saying he shouldn't even check for that? What if men are predisposed to certain diseases that women aren't? Should they not check for that? Should they be spending time and money checking a biological male for ovarian cancer? This is nonsense. And the fact that the way that the doctor and the nurse are like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, me so sorry. Oh, give me a break. And then the cancellation is going absolutely nuclear. Musk doubles down on cancel Netflix call over trans character and director Charlie Kirk's post. Well, let's take a look at their stock. Here's Anna Paulina Luna. When you try to groom kids, the stock in the past week is down significantly. Pfizer seems to be going up, but again, when you look at Netflix over the last year, it's obviously been doing very good. Recently, it's been doing very bad. I would never invest money in Netflix because I believe that they produce propaganda that ruins families and its sole purpose is to divide. But I'm not going to pretend like the stock hasn't been performing well historically. But if we look at their stock right now, it's down $30 a share today. It's down $31 a share over the past 5 days. It's pretty obvious that the stock dropped today because of the boycott. It started Tuesday and it ended Tuesday at $1,191 and it's now at $1,170. So, in the last day, it dropped 2.5%, $28 a share. Again, in the overall scheme, if we look at 1 year or year to date, Netflix is doing pretty good. It's up $284 a share. But right now, depending on how bad this gets, things could continue to get worse. And you see Netflix stock slides. Elon Musk says he's canceling his subscription. Obviously people are trying to say it's not related, but even the stock market, the stock market analyst websites are saying it is in fact related. But leave it to the mainstream media to paint the creator of this grooming content as the victim. You see here, they're saying, hold on, the creator of this show that preached, gender ideology to kids Well, people are saying mean things to him, and we need to, you know, we need to be nicer to him. Here, you see, Netflix is seeing massive subscription cancellations right now as Elon Musk joins boycott. You see a lot of people pointing this. They're talking about the creator of this show called Dead End Paranormal Park. And if we look at him, and this is, again, it's just gotten worse for them because the first part was obviously bad enough, but now their DEI reports are out there. Dead End Paranormal Park creator is receiving phobic and anti-Semitic emails after Elon Musk says to cancel Netflix. How those two things are related, nobody knows. Also, this particular creator, okay, did not provide a single example. Now, am I saying that it's impossible to believe that maybe somebody sent the guy a stupid email? No, it's definitely going to, it's definitely possible. But this dork, again, is just, it's such a classic leftoid, escape from responsibility. You see he lives as a data scientist. How much of this have you collected before my interest has peaked? Keep the heat on. Netflix's stock continues to go down. I read that series back when I was younger. None of the girls thought they were boys and none of them were lesbians. Sure, there was a tomboy, but she wasn't trying to be a boy, and all tomboys aren't either. You see more people done. All this stuff. Parenting in 2025, shielding all this demonic LGBTQ stuff. I'm for all of this, and I think a lot, they are not feeling it from investors yet. They are near all-time highs when zooming out to weekly candles. It's true. People are going to have to continue to, the investments will really go down when total subscriptions go down. But the more people that cancel, even just taking a 6-month break, that's where they'll feel it. And maybe they'll stop funding all this nonsense. But we'll have to see how many people show up and get in on the boycott. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.